Alex, thanks very much for having us over on a big day for the castle. Today's announcement, how big is that for yourselves and the castle?
It's huge because, you know, it's a tough place to run, and I'm not complaining. It's an amazing place to live here, but unfortunately it costs a few quid to keep it all going. So to have the gigs back is a huge shot in the arm, but also it's the energy for this place, for the local community, for Meath. You know, to have a gig back in Slane is just brilliant, and it's embracing a genre that we've never done before, country, which Ireland loves, you know, and so I'm massively excited about this one. I've known it's happening for a while, but obviously couldn't say anything, and Dad was involved in this, and so it's just good to be back.
The younger audience, there's definitely a surge in popularity there for younger country musicians now. Is that something that you think Slane has to adapt towards? Possibly, I heard recently someone say if it was the likes of U2 or Oasis playing here, a lot of those concert goers would be older in years. It would suit them to, let's say, go to the likes of Croke Park, the Aviva, whereas making the trip, the pilgrimage, if you like, to Slane, it would be a bit harder for that age group.
Well, like, you've got to bear in mind that we had the Rolling Stones in 2007, so no, we're not edging irreversibly towards younger audiences. That's not our intention. It's just country is massive, and Luke Combs deservedly is one of the great stars of that field, and so we feel this year it's country's turn, but that doesn't mean that we're moving in any particular direction. I just want to make the venue accessible for all.
And an Irish band obviously on the lineup as well, the script, so
yeah,
you know, a nod there as well to the Irish music scene.
Always has been. Like, Dad was always very clear on that. You know, we need to support Irish music, so we're delighted to have the script. You know, they're a serious talent as well, and it's nice to see it's not the Irish opening act that are actually higher up on the bill. So that's going to create a great day for Irish fans as well.
You mentioned there that Lord Henry was involved in organising this one as well. Can you talk us through what involvement he had?
He had involvement in the decision, ultimately. You know, this has his fingerprints on it as well as mine and the family's. So we discussed Luke Combs, and again, we've never done country. I love my old school country, Chris Christopherson, you know, all of those great artists. And there's just a love of the narrative and the storytelling that goes in that genre. And, you know, Dad was a fan as well. And so I think he'd be delighted to see this happening.
Obviously a period now of transition for the castle since the summer when Lord Henry passed away.
Yeah.
Just to go back a couple of months, I suppose, can you talk us through, I think from reading a lot of the reports at the time, you were genuinely, and the family here and everyone involved were genuinely taken aback by...
Yeah.
You know, how much a role Lord Henry played in not just Slane or Meath, but society, and made lots of memorable moments for people all around the country.
Yeah, I think making memories and making this place more accessible. You know, Dad always made time for anyone and everyone, and I hope to be able to continue that. But we were genuinely taken back by how wide and kind of far he touched with people coming in from outside Ireland as well to pay their respects, and it was just very uplifting for the family. I wish he could have been here to see it, but his spirit is still very much around, and I think he would have been really, really touched and humbled by the outpouring. It was amazing. And
obviously yourself now is the man in charge. Well, yeah. There's a vibrancy here today.
Yeah.
The last time I was actually, one of the last times I was in the castle was during COVID.
Yeah.
And I remember up there where the fashion show will be taking place this evening now, there was
yes.
a video in there. You couldn't go upstairs. It was very much closed off. But there, it definitely seems to be the opposite now, that it's very much being opened up to different events in the public.
Well, we're trying to push, you know, we're known for the music, but I want to push other cultural art forms. We've got Ireland Fashion Week here today, which is another art form. We've recently had CAME, the contemporary art exhibition, and of course we've done the filming with Traitors, you know, so there's a great buzz about the place, both locally and for the family and our team who works here. And so, you know, we hope to, you know, I see it as a blank canvas where we can allow different things to happen and continue to share the place, because if we don't share it, it's not going to thrive and survive.
Those plans that are coming down the line, maybe, is there anything, you know, that you could let us know that might be in Slane before the end of this year, start of next year? Is there plans afoot there as well?
Well, I mean, I think the one that took everyone very pleasantly by surprise was the Traitors. Like, it was just a knockout success, and what I loved about that was how they presented the castle in a different light again, you know, and the suspense and the drama and real characters. I think that was a knockout success. So, you know, hopefully that's going to come stomping back as well, and that's another chapter for us. So that's a big evolution that'll be coming, you know, hopefully coming back next year. And I hope it, you know, yes, it's Luke Combs for 26, but, you know, watch out for 27.
And is that something that the Traitors, you know, has it introduced Slane to a new audience again?
Yes, I think it has, definitely. I mean, the great thing about the Traitors was it was genuine family entertainment. And there haven't been many shows in a while where you actually sit down as a family, have the crack watching it, and then there's all the banter during and then after, and everyone's got opinions. And like when you get proper family engagement like that, that's a rare thing these days. And I think, you know, Kite Entertainment and RT knocked it out of the park.